as new ship. Continue. Else, I think it will be just a hard else, not an else if. Else if temp ship purple ship has more lasers than can be installed on new ship. Continue. Alright, so up here now, what we're just gonna do is we're just gonna do a one-to-one thing here. So we do a 4, essentially this, but we'll modify it a little bit here. So SS hold well, let's see. I'm trying to think right now. So, if you buy the ship and choose to store it, well, we're storing the ship. Period. So this is if you choose to store it, not if you choose to use it. So, in this case, this is true. Now, with this one, you didn't buy it. So, in other words, you have a ship in storage, and you're choosing to make that ship the one that you're using. So, in this case, we want temp space, or temp ship, to be, the player ship. And we essentially want to switch out the temp ship and the player ship and the ship in S station ship hold. Now we're going to need another temp ship class. That'll make this whole thing a lot easier to work with, I think. Shorten up the temp ship. So current temp ship new. So in other words, the current ship that you have and then the new ship that you're changing to. That's essentially what that means. I'll put a note on there as well for that. Underscore C current player ship underscore N equals new player ship. So this one will be temp ship C. And then temp ship N equals well, there's an interesting thing here. What we'll do is we'll have a menu here that we'll call from here. Do we have a message? No, we don't, so we'll have to add it, I guess. Hate having to add things like that, but sometimes it's necessary. So, MSG proc MP_S. Now I want to check this because I may have that in ship with the same designation. Yeah, both of them actually, DSS and NPS. So we'll go with ST instead. Of course, we'll have to change a few things down here. The reason we have to do this is because if we don't, we get an error message stating that the reference name or instance name of the class is being used somewhere else, and that it conflicts. So by changing the name that you use, you actually keep that from happening. Alright, so MP_ST dot let's do two things here. If not bot, and then SS hold dot size is greater than 1. Or 0 rather, because we want to have at least one ship in the hold to be able to change to. Else so, station, storage, or station hold, station ship hold, choose ship. And that's going to equal, a slot or some other similar kind of, storage variable. Alright, so, MPST, that'll equal SH slot. Or SHS slot. Now it should be two S's. Station, ship, hold, slot. Over to message proc. I want to add that thing down here. So I want to return int. Station, ship hold, choose ship. Go ahead and add to the bottom of the implementation file. Int MSG proc S caps need to pass the station. I believe. Like I already have that added, so and stat. Alright, please choose from the following docked ships. Well, if you start from 1, it'd be better to do it there. I'll do an equals here. So I stat dot ss hold dot size or dot at I dot get s name. Then once we get to the end of that, we say couch send Alright, so if I is 0, I'll check for that first. P choice equals 0. Else if P choice is less than 0, or P choice is greater than stat dot s hold that size. Couch MR message. Five. that should do. So then we just return patrons. Let's pass it as a pointer instead. So I'm going to say this. I'll have to make some minor changes here. Alright, so we have that, and then we wanted this to be sshold dot at p or ssh slot -1. Maybe we could do a -1 here. Never actually tried that before. We'll see how that works. So we get the proper value there. Dot. Nothing. So I want to load the that up there. Okay. Temp ship C. Actually, we don't even need that now. We just say dot get that, which works since we're going directly to it. Alright, so now we want to flesh out this logic here. So assuming that you have weapons in the ship you're changing from, and the number of weapons, at least for lasers that you have, does not equal more hard points than what the new ship has, then we need to go through and add them. course, we'll need to push back temp ship M. Let's also use temp ship as well. Because one of these two ships is going to be stored somewhere while we change them. It's kind of like a bubble sort. You have two values which store each value, and then you have another two that are used to move them around or whatnot. Or something like that. So we want to do something similar to that, except not quite the same. In this one, we're going to have two objects that have things in them, and then we're going to set one of them to a temp, and then overwrite it with another one, and then overwrite the previous one with the old one. Confusing, but it'll make a little more sense here in a second. So, the ship in the hold should be what's loaded in the temp. So now we want to take the current ship and we want to set all that stuff into the ship hold vector. At least I think that's what we want to do. It always sucks when your brain stops working. Let's see. So, the number of L banks in the current chip is greater than 0. Number of L banks in the current chip is less than or equal to the number of hard points in the new ship. So then we're going to transfer out the new ship information into temp ship and take the temp ship C and load it into the SS hold vector. I'm just thinking about the order of this and whatnot. It doesn't seem correct for some reason. Well, when I'd used, I was with them before about passing references and then setting them with an equals operator, I found that whenever you kill off the object you created with that equals operator, it affects the referenced object as well. It's kind of where I'm stuck at the moment, trying to figure out what the hell to do about it. Because I'm pretty sure these two will cause bugs. Because this will kill off the ship, and this will kill off the hold at that specific slot. So, let's go ahead and not use these for the moment. Or rather, yes, let's use them, but not in that fashion. So, temp ship dot since let's just take this and copy it down here. I'll just change certain things here. I believe those should be at I instead of this. That's right. No .x. Okay, so and this we need to move up here. So now all I need to do with this is change two things. The first is temp ship. That becomes temp ship. I guess C. Because still need to check this stuff, so you know what? Screw this coding. My brain's just not functioning well enough to deal with it right now. So instead, what we're going to do is I'm going to go and we're going to add in some new stuff to the database, because that doesn't take much thought processing and other such brain power. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in a couple things. Most of it's going to go into equipment, some will be in ship, and some will be in weapon. Well, no, I guess we'll put the those things over here too, just in preparation of the other thing. So equipment data. So we're going to go ahead and say add. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add mining lasers, or mining well, I guess mining lasers. Devices that can be used to mine stuff with, obviously. Mine asteroids with. So they're going to have several unique fields here. This first one here is going to be talking about the resource that they produce. So, or ore, I guess, that they produce. So, ore, and it's going to be a varchar, not null. Should be unchecked. Got another one, call it ore amount. This is going to be a float, and it's going to be in SG squared. Well, let's go size. The ore amount will be done through the asteroid function, or asteroid class, which we'll add. That'll be easy enough to do, I think. Varchar again. Or actually, no. Let's change that to a float instead of a varchar. So, ore size. What else do we need to add? for asteroids. Alright, so the next thing we're going to add in for equipment are going to be mining lasers. So we need to have, we have the range here, D range. What we need though is, I guess we could use damage, just kind of override it or hijack it. The damage high field here and use that for our maximum targeting range, or rather maximum output. So I actually don't think we need to add anything just yet for that. And I believe that's all we had to add was just these. Let's go ahead and move these up to here. Alright, apply. Let's go ahead and add the asteroid class. Or create it rather than add it. Header asteroid. And how this will work is we'll actually have in the planet, this will be a subclass for planet, we'll have a vector of asteroids that'll be based off of this that we'll be able to find around planets. Well, no, I think we'll do asteroid belts, but those will still be around planets. Eventually what will happen is the way we'll have the system, the layering system, I guess you could say, is going to be Galaxy will be the main class. Then we'll have vectors for systems. Inside of systems, you'll have planets, and then inside of planets you'll have moons, probably. And then inside of system you'll have other planets, but you also have asteroid fields. And also for planets you'll have stations. That's for the 3D version, obviously. For the just this version, the text version backend, we're just going to have it the way it is now, with everything being separate. So we'll say asteroids, and we'll randomly generate the asteroids every time you go to a new asteroid field, so there won't be any saved asteroids. In other words, they'll just all be randomly generated and be deleted or overridden once you leave and go back to a new asteroid belt. So asteroids, if and def asteroids H, define asteroids H, include string, include vector, using std string, using std vector, so is that right? I guess it is right. It just looks off because the that's not up here. I guess so. Class asteroids. Public. Vector of or it's a belt, asteroid belt. Private. So I'm gonna have an asteroid. This is essentially the asteroid details. So string a name, string. How about float a size? Float a O amount. String a or name. So asteroid. Alright, so let's go ahead and set up the basic stuff here. So void add asteroid. So, asteroid max belt size. And this is how this is going to work, the belt size. So So essentially that's exactly what's going to happen here. So each bit will have a maximum size that it can be, and that'll be randomized based off of the difficulty, which I'll be adding in during randomized, but then also randomized based off difficulty when we get the difficulty added in during 0.6a. And each asteroid that's created will actually take up a portion of the size of the belt, and this way we can randomize the size of the belts and produce a randomized and dissimilar belt pretty much most of the time. In the full version, this also the size will also correspond to the size of the model of the asteroid as well. This is just to add a little bit more randomness. I think in Eve they don't have this kind of a system. It's just the belts spawn the way they spawn, I believe, all the time with no variation. Although I've never seen a belt spawn before, so I can't really comment for sure on that. But I don't think that they have a randomization code for the asteroid belts. So that's gonna be something a little bit. That's something that's a little bit different per SC than from Eve. We'll leave that space open at the bottom here for extra stuff if we need to add it. Alright, so what we need to do now is we need to so we got the add asteroid, but that's going to be done from within this class. So void create a belt, create an asteroid belt. And I want to pass in the so also name the asteroid belt itself, so pass that through as well. Alright, so what we want to do is also we need to make a way to update the amount of ore per asteroid. So void update ore amount. Float amount string operation, and we also want a way to delete an asteroid once it's depleted. What else do we need? So, there's a couple ways we could do the actual mining process. We can have it being done from the mining function or class, or however we end up. It'll probably be a class itself. Or we could do the mining, the actual getting of the resources of the ore from here. I think either or would be fine, because it's in scope of either one of them. But I think it'd be better to put it here. So it'd be a little more, it'd be a better fit, I think, than putting it in the mining class. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a float And how this will work is, in Eve, what your mining total is based off of whole numbers, and let's see, it's going to be based off of a percentage. So what we'll do is we'll say float get or, and we'll pass a float percent. And well, now if we do that, then you're going to be mining it indefinitely, because then you get down to you know, 0.0000009 or something. You'll never be able to fully mine it. So no, we'll just do it with a regular whole number. No, same as Eve, no percentages. But yeah, still float. Mine or int. Okay, so it'll be the amount of ore we want to mine, but how do we indicate that in a nice small variable name? I just mined. Okay, what else is there? I think that's it. I just restarted the recording real quick here, just in case we're getting close to maximum size. Alright, so I think that's all we need to do with that. Now we need to add the implementation file. Include random. What's the problem with this? Oh, it's a type of the name of her. Asteroids. Alright, what else do we need? String, well, we got string already, and vector from asteroids.h. I don't think we'll need to include anything else, really. It's pretty much self-contained here. Alright, so asteroids. Void so what I want to say is I can maybe add some other values too. And I'll probably have to add in some iterators as well, so I'll put those in. Alright, so A, B name equals name, first of all. Then I'm going to go ahead and calculate random for the max space. So A max belt size equals random you know, I thought I at one time added in random, a float random function. Whatever happened to that? F random, okay, it is there. It's called F random. Alright, so the minimum size will be 1245.50 and the maximum size will be 430 to 89.35. Alright, now we do add asteroids. So look down here at the... Alright, so we got the ore and the size. Those are the only things we have, so what we can do is get a calculator open here. Let's say we have a asteroid size of 45, 25, 36. Now let's say that we wanted to kind of randomize that a little bit. That'll be what's in the table. We want to take that value